changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I
What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Hope y'all are like me and already got your morning coffee in hand. Cause I don't know about y'all, man, but we got shit to talk about. We got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? We got shit to discuss. I know a lot of y'all will be watching the playoffs, the college football playoffs. They're NFL on. Like, if you're a football fan, there's a lot of shit to wake up and watch today. So I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. We're gonna be here for a good time, but we ain't gonna be here for a long time, man. We're gonna discuss, some of this thing going on with the Dallas Cowboys. And as the title indicates, we will talk about how the Dallas Cowboys can turn this shit around, get back on track, and compete next year. Because I am emphasizing next year. Because right now we have a 1% chance to make the postseason. You know what I know what the fuck it is at this point, man. No need to beat around the bush. We need way too much shit to go in our favor in order to make it into the dance, man. The filthy, shit-eating, infested, pedophile supporting Eagles will have to lose all 3 of their games. They play the Washington Commanders twice. The Washington Commanders have a top 6 pick. I don't know if them niggas want to win another game. You know what I'm saying? The only team that's playing for anything right now that they play is the Buffalo Bills. I'm sure that the Buffalo Bills will put belt to ass to the filthy Philadelphia Eagles when they play each other. I'm sure they will. But the Dallas Cowboys, you have to trust them to win every single game. They just lost to the worst quarterback in the National Football League. So I don't really know if you can trust them niggas like that. So the Dallas Cowboys will have to win out. The Eagles will have to lose out. Odds of that happening are really slim to none. That's why we have a 1% chance of making it. So we will talk about moving forward. What the fuck should the Dallas Cowboys do in order to get back competing next year? Right? It is what it is this year. But next year, we got to come out here guns a-blazing, shooting, being aggressive. Because we got to make headway, man. See, I'm still hoping until we are officially eliminated. And listen, we could be eliminated as early as today. The Eagles play today at 4 p.m. They're going to be playing the Washington Commanders. So we'll see what happens. Because I know this much. If they do get upset by the Washington Commanders, I can really see them losing, to the Buffalo Bills. So if you handle your business and you beat the Commanders, and then you go and you beat, if you handle your business, you go beat the Chargers, and then you go out and you beat the Commanders team that upset the Eagles, it'll line up nice for you, in this final week of competition. I'm sure the NFL will want that, right? I'm sure the NFL will want the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles to be playing for the division, in the final week of the season, because that's good for ratings. But I ain't gonna hold my breath. I ain't gonna hold my damn breath. But before we talk about some solutions, because this is a solution-oriented show, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when you tap in with your independent content creators. First and foremost, when you slide in here, please, for the love of God, hit that like button. Please hit that like button. If you don't do nothing else with your time over here in the liquor store, man, hit the like button. The more likes that we get, the better off it puts us into the algorithm. So you want this channel to be successful, you want to see this thing grow, you want to, that shit sound crazy. Pause. If you want to see the channel grow and prosper, please hit that like button. Also, after you hit that like button, please hit the share button. We are back to practicing manifestation inside the liquor store. Share the content 7 times. Drop 7 emojis. 7 championship trophies. 7 shot glasses. 7 Dallas Cowboys stars. It don't matter. We try to manifest the next 2 championships for the Dallas Cowboys. Because we had to skip over 6. There was some logistics things with 6 that prevented us from spamming that shit in the chat box. Putting double, triple 6 in that bitch, probably was not conducive to us winning and manifesting shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So let's put 7. 7 is the number of completion. The Lord made the world. Well, he really made it in 6, and he rested on the 7th day. But still, 7 is looked at as the number of completion. So we're going to share the content 7 times. We're going to drop 7 emojis. If you got it on your heart to donate, send at least $7. Anything you got goes a long way. If you ain't got $7 to send 2. I don't give a damn. Anything you do send, help keep the lights on in the liquor store, man. So beggars cannot be choosers. I appreciate y'all in advance for everything that y'all good folks do. If you're wondering what it is, the Cash App is $ Henny DeMoore for donations. And then I'm finna put that bitch up there. And with that out the way, let's go ahead and start back talking about solutions. And listen, before we even talk about personnel, because personnel changes all the time. Before we talk about coaching, coaching changes all the time. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have to look within, and they're going to have to figure out a way to stop getting fucking penalties. And the reason why I say this goes past like personnel, and it goes past, this is not the right one. I'm going to find the right one that I'm looking for momentarily, so y'all bear with me. Because I did load a bunch of shit in here, so let's see. Here it go. Okay. The reason why I say it goes past personnel and it goes past coaching, because since 2020, the COVID year, everybody was wearing masks and, practicing social distancing and shit. Since that year, the Dallas Cowboys are the most penalized team. They have committed the most penalties and have had the most penalties accepted. 678 of them bitches. In a 5-year stretch. That's 28 more than the next team, which is the Titans, the Jets, the Browns, the Cardinals. The Dallas Cowboys are literally, not figuratively, not hyperbolically, the Dallas Cowboys are literally the most undisciplined team in the National Football League in the last half decade. And yes, Wes is good. I just talked to Cuz. Yeah, I just talked to Cuzzy. He Gucci. He maintaining, he hustling, he getting it in, trying to make it happen for Christmas, man. But Wes is good. Wes is Gucci. And I will have my brother on some content very soon. So y'all stay tuned to that. But the Dallas Cowboys, and listen, part of this was when Mike McCarthy was here. Part of this has been, with Brian Schottenheimer as the coach. Some of this has been with Michael Parsons and Marcus Lawrence. Some of this has been when neither one of them was here. Some of this has been, with Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, like, all the personnel had flip-flopped and changed the shit. Zach Martin was here for some of this. Tyler Booker was here for some of this. Point being, regardless of the personnel that you have, and regardless of the coaching that you had, this has still been an undisciplined, unserious-ass team. And listen, good on Dallas until they fired Eberflus. Bruh feel empowered due to Jerry's. But this is what I'm finna act to piggyback on, my brother. Jerry Jones, the general manager, the owner, is the only constant in this time period. Mike McCarthy's gone. Like, a lot of people blame the Dallas Cowboys being undisciplined on Mike McCarthy. Mike is gone. Mike is chilling. Mike is making appearances on the Pat McAfee show and shit. He chilling. He looking for another job. He parlaying. He out that bitch eating fruit, man. He said that background music make a nigga want to get a chick and float the city in the lack with a shot for me and a blunt for her. Hey, man. That's why I put this bitch on here, man. That shit soothing as a motherfucker. It's player made, really, man. I love that shit. My boy made this, like I used to do a little bit of rapping, and my boy be producing. So he had sent me an entire beat pack back in the Gap. This is one of them. That's why I don't ever get no copyrights on it or nothing. So, that's just become the default background music for the liquor store. But I might drop it. I might put this instrumental on YouTube. Cause I know really the only way y'all can ever hear it is on here. But, I might stop monopolizing the sound or just put that bitch on YouTube. And if y'all like it enough, y'all let me know. I might just post this bitch on YouTube so y'all can listen to it. Or rap over it, do what the fuck ever y'all want to do. But yeah, a lot of folks blame Mike McCarthy for that. A lot of folks blame the defense being undisciplined and jumping off sides and getting penalties and shit on Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn done left, went to an NFC championship game, got back sorry again. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit goes past the coaching. This shit goes back to personnel. That I might do that for y'all then. If y'all like the beat that much, I might just put it on the YouTube page. And y'all can check it out. And y'all can listen to it whenever y'all want to. I might just do that for y'all. But yeah, man. And that's the first thing that the Dallas Cowboys got to clean up. And I need y'all taking notes, because we going this is like homework. This is like a group project. This is like a study group. All the solutions and things that we come up with, we got to keep track of, because, this shit will come back around. This shit will be back, when we're talking about, you said, change DC, draft Mendoza, change offense in 2 years Super Bowl. Now, listen, I think Mendoza is a very good quarterback prospect. I like the kid. You're not going to be able to draft him, for one, where you're drafting it. But secondly, I don't think quarterback play is what's holding you up. I don't think the offense in general is what's holding you up right now. I think majority of the shit that's wrong with your team is the defense. Let me show y'all something real quick to piggyback on that. Now, since 2016, when Dak Prescott became the starting quarterback, the Dallas Cowboys have had the third worst postseason defense, over the last quarter century. This actually predates Dak Prescott. Since 2000, the Dallas Cowboys have had the third worst postseason defense. So some of that shit is actually Point being, the Dallas Cowboys postseason defense has been god awful. And just to pump it up, make it a little bit bigger, that shit sound fucking crazy. Pause. Like, listen, it gets to the point where niggas can't say shit. So, but here's Dak Prescott. This is the bottom row is quarterback EPA. So the further over here you are, the better you're playing. So when you talk about how the quarterbacks played, Dak Prescott has played better than guys like Matt Ryan. There's Tony Romo over here. There's Michael Vick, Andrew Luck, Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. Like, Dak Prescott individually has played better than some great quarterbacks. Joe Burrows on this side over here, right? The further you are to the right, the better you played in the postseason. The problem is the further down you are on the graph, the worse your defense has played. So, as they indicated, Dak Prescott in this time frame has had the third worst playoff defense. Tony Romo, you know, his playoff defenses aren't great fucking either. Tony also had one of the worst playoff defenses. He's all the way below the good defense threshold. No, that's my point. I know that we don't like graphs and shit, but that's what that indicates. Said you should record this specific segment HTM and replay every single time someone wants to replace the quarterback without reason, only feeling because you've already said something similar many times. Well, I might do that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna repeat this and I'm gonna cut that shit out and make it a segment. All right, so let me make sure I know where we at right now in the recording. Okay, boom. All right, ready? Let's do this shit again from the top. Let's do this shit again from the top. The Dallas Cowboys defense, the last quarter century, has been one of the worst postseason defenses in the National Football League. That extends to both Tony Romo and to Dak Prescott. Tony Romo's postseason defenses were slightly better, as indicated by the graph. Dak Prescott has had the third worst postseason defense in the National Football League in the last quarter century. So, the Dallas Cowboys postseason defense has been god-awful. And, you know, to go even further, just with the Dak Prescott talk, you know, of how good his postseason defense has been. Because remember, this is a postseason defense that has scored 30 multiple times. They scored 31 points against Aaron Rodgers in a shootout. You know, they were able to go out there and blow out Tom Brady and them. You know, Dak had a turnover-free game against the Rams and got their ass beat still because the defense gave up damn near 300 yards rushing. You know? So, since 2016, playoff defense, EPA per play, 25th. Success rate, 18th. Drop back EPA, 21st. Drop back success rate, 20th. Rush EPA, 27th. Rush success rate, 20th. Sacks, 20th. Interceptions, 17th. Forced fumbles, 18th. So, if you say the Dallas Cowboys offense is fool's gold, then we know for damn sure that the defense is aluminum. It's aluminum. And until that is fixed, I don't give a damn who the quarterback is. Until that is fixed, it doesn't matter. Matter of fact, we're seeing the shit right now. You know, like this year is really like a microcosm of everything that is wrong with the Dallas Cowboys as a whole. You score a lot of points, but you give up more points. You score a shit ton of points. But if your defense is giving up just as many or more, that shit does not matter in the long run. You are on pace to be just the second team in league history. In league history, to score 29 points a game and to give up 29 points a game. We have teams right now that are averaging under 20 points allowed a game. And we're giving up damn near 30. So whatever shortcomings Dak Prescott may or may not have, because I'm not saying that the man is perfect, there's no such thing as a perfect quarterback, but whatever shortcomings that Ford has, you know what I'm saying? They do not supersede what is wrong with the defense. They don't supersede what is wrong with the defense. Worse quarterbacks than Dak Prescott have won Super Bowls. much worse quarterbacks than Dak Prescott have won Super Bowls. Defenses this bad have not ever won Super Bowls. And that's the issue that I need y'all to understand. So that's one. One, Dallas Cowboys must and have to clean up the penalties. You cannot be the most penalized team in the National Football League and expect to have sustained success over a long period of time. When you have penalties, they extend drives for the offense and you give up points. When you have penalties on the offensive side, it takes points off the board. There have been 678 instances of you either extending drives for the opposing offense or cutting drives short for your offense. That is not sustainable. Secondly, you cannot be a defense that gives up 29 points on the regular. You cannot be a defense that gives up 34 points to the worst quarterback in the league by most metrics. That shit cannot happen. So let's get a little bit nuanced about this shit. Because I really don't know how to fix the penalty situation. You can say coaching, but this has carried over from multiple coaching staffs. Like you might have to get a better coach, a better sports psychologist in here. You might have to fix the leadership structure in Dallas in totality, right? There is something going on a deeper basis that has made this team unprepared and unserious. Because now we're seeing that this has transcended multiple coaching staffs. You might even, not even might, you can go back to Jason Garrett and you can look at how, penalized and unprepared this team has been. You can look at Mike McCarthy's stint, and that team was highly penalized and unprepared at points. The Brian Schottenheimer, regime, undisciplined and unprepared at points. Penalties, right? So there is something much deeper going on, because this is 3 separate coaching staffs where this shit has been an issue, and it has transcended that. Now, football, DC for life. Why you sit here and lie? You might not remember how those games played out. Maybe that's the issue, but that's a damn lie. And I love you because you here supporting. You seem like a good person. Those defenses did not show the fuck up. 2016, they gave up 34 points. The game was tied 31-31. It was 3rd and 20, and they allowed a 30-yard completion to lose the game. They did not show the fuck up. 2018, they allowed 273 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. They did not show up. 2021, this team had 15 penalties. A majority of them was on the defense. So if you factor in all the penalty yards the defense gave up, and the fact they gave up 169 and 2 touchdowns on the ground, they did not show up. I love you, but that just ain't true. You cannot give up damn near 700 yards and damn near 10 rushing touchdowns in a 4-game stretch and say them niggas showed up. I refuse to allow that. It just ain't true, my brother in Christ. That is not true in the slightest. And that's the issue. Y'all love the niggas on the defensive side of the ball. Y'all niggas love Michael Parsons. Y'all love Tank. Y'all love them other niggas. Hold them niggas accountable. They did not show up. They ain't do their job. I will tell you, there have been games Dak ain't did his job. That's fine. That is true. That is 1,000% true. But we're not finna pretend like these other niggas have showed up. I'll give you 2022. Defense 2022, they fucking balled. They hooped. They held that team to 19 points. I will give you 2022. That is fucking it. 2016, no call, no show. 2018, in that Rams game, no call, no show. 2021, they committed all the goddamn penalties. You can't be a good defense and you outsize allowing first downs. You holding. You committing pass interference. You done gave up about 170 on the ground rushing. 2023, nobody on the goddamn team showed up. Dak and them was sorry too. But that defense was giving up ass from the first snap. So nah, hell no. Fuck no, them niggas ain't showed up. And that's the issue. We gotta hold these whole ass niggas accountable. I love Michael Parsons. Wish he was still here. He was fucking up too. Love Tank. He was fucking up too. Loves Diggs. He was fucking up too. I love all them niggas. But them niggas did not show up. Did not show up outside of 2022. I will give you 2022. Offense wet the bed. Shit it down their legs. I will give you 2022. But I'm not sitting here saying a defense that gave up almost 40 points at their own house showed up in 2016. I'm not letting you tell me a defense that got 30 ball and allowed 200-yard rushes and almost 300 yards rushing showed up. I'm not letting you tell me a defense that allowed, almost a dozen penalties and almost 170-yard rushing showed up. 2023, I'm not letting you tell me a defense that got 40 ball at the crib showed up. You gave up 143 yards on the ground and 3 rushing touchdowns. Them niggas ain't show up, and it's okay to say it. Matter of fact, let's start saying it more often, and maybe them hearing that pressure will make their ass perform better. Y'all, listen, it's easy to see the offense and the quarterback and shit and say, you know what, them niggas ain't did enough. Right? Because offense or the headlines, they the people that get propped up, they make the money. Cool. Hold their ass accountable. But we're not finna let the motherfucking me defense slide out the back door, and chunk up the Baptist fingers and dip out, with no reprimand. Fuck that. Them niggas ain't show up for Tony Romo half the goddamn time, and they damn sure ain't showed up for that. Damn sure ain't showed up before. Matter of fact, we don't even have, listen, if your defense don't give up a 3rd and 20 in Dak Prescott rookie year, going down 3 scores and the offense showing up, no, scoring 31 points and it being a tied game in the 4th quarter is the offense showing up. I want y'all niggas to remember this. There are 4 quarters of football. If it is 31-31 in the 4th quarter, your offense has showed the fuck up. It does not matter how long it took them to get there. It's the game tied. It's the game tied in the 4th. Is it a 1-possession game in the 4th? If the answer is yes, them niggas have showed up. I want you to remember this. Pete Carroll says this and Brian Schottenheimer says this. You can't win a game in the first 3 quarters. You can't lose a game in the first 3 quarters. All that shit is true. If the game is tied in the 4th quarter and you just need a stop to win, you have done your goddamn job. I want y'all to remember this is not Madden. Them niggas over there on the opposing defense make millions of dollars to stop offenses. You don't believe that to be the case because your defense is ass. And your defense gives up booty every chance they get in the playoffs in the postseason. We got teams winning playoff games without scoring 20 points. And we mad at our offense for scoring 30. For scoring 31. We ain't finna do that shit. You cannot win or lose a game in the first 3 quarters. That is elementary football at its finest. You just can't win or lose a game in the first 3 quarters. If that was the case, the Atlanta Falcons would be Super Bowl champions. Are they Super Bowl champions? No, because they got a lead early and then they shit down their motherfucking legs and lost. So no, that's not how it works. Ain't never been how that works. Matter of fact, ask Warren Moon. Ask Warren Moon, can you win the game in the first 3 quarters? They were up 35-3 and lost the fucking game. You cannot win a game in the first 3 quarters. No lead is safe until that motherfucking clock strikes 0. We are not finna skirt the responsibility of the defense. There are plenty of games we can point to where the offense has showed up. There are games where the offense didn't show up. We can hold them accountable for that. But we're not going to pretend that this defense has played anywhere close to playoff caliber football. They are the 3rd worst playoff defense in the fucking league. And we're up here having conversations about, oh man, the offense. Fuck that. Fuck the defense. How about that? Fuck the defense until them niggas show up. So, we need to clean this shit up. We need to clean up the defense. The defense need to be better, and your quarterback is top 10 in playoff EPA. Your quarterback is top 10 in playoff EPA. He's 9th. He's 9th in playoff EPA since 1999. There's only 8 quarterbacks that have played better in the postseason from a per play basis than your quarterback. It just don't seem like it because your defense is ass. So, hey, you can argue with the truth. We're just gonna move forward with the next thing. It doesn't really matter. You can believe it or you can't. I don't give a damn. In other news, Cowboys are likely to activate cornerback Trayvon Diggs from injured reserve to play on Sunday, sources say. Diggs has been on IR since October the 25th. With the injury to Deron Bland, Diggs could work into the lineup in a reserve role. A firm and final decision comes later today. And listen, these last 3 games, like I've been saying to my people, man, this is damn near like preseason. When it comes to the evaluation of talent, you need to see who needs to be here next year. Right? Because let's have a real conversation about this side of the ball, since people are scared to do it. I don't need all these niggas back next year. I just need the best players on this defense to return. I know for a fact I want Quentin Williams back. I want Kenny Clark back. No, that's not true. Because he's played in 7 games. 1 game out of 7 would not, put his stats up that far. He's played in 7 playoff games. He's played in 7. He's had a good QBR in like 5 of them bitches. I need y'all to understand how these metrics and all this shit work. 1 playoff game is not going to juice this shit up that far. He's played in 7. He's played in 7. He's played in 7. Anything above a 50 is above average. Anything above a 70 is Pro Bowl caliber. Anything above an 80 is All-Pro caliber. 2 All-Pro caliber performances, 2 Pro Bowl caliber performances, 1 above average performance. Right? So we can argue about all this other shit if you want. Oh, Dak. All right. And that's not how QBR and EPA works. Like, y'all be arguing about shit y'all don't apparently y'all don't understand, so it's fine. It's fine. But anyway, everything should be at this point dictated to finding out who needs to be here in 2026. In 2026, we need to find out who needs to be here. Quentin Williams, I'm down with Quentin Williams staying. Osa at this point, you can't get out of that contract just yet. He played better with Big Q beside him. Kenny Clark. Like, the strength of your defense right now is your interior. Siobhan Revel, he's played well. He's just been really banged up, running around on 1 leg. He'll be better next season when he comes out the knee brace. But one thing that we can't do is just allow people free rides going on. I need to see Kalen Carson. I need to see these linebackers. I need to see Trayvon Diggs. I need to see all these guys out there play and take snaps. Because I'm trying to see who needs to be a Dallas Cowboy in the year 2026. Like, these are tryouts right now. Whoever has done enough and played well enough down the stretch, I am willing for them to be Dallas Cowboys. But we're going to have to overhaul this defense. Top to bottom. You're going to need another, you're going to need another edge. You're going to need another, you're going to probably need an entire different linebacking core. Honestly. You're going to probably need another linebacking core. You're going to probably need another corner. Donovan Wilson is probably not going to be retained. He's a unrestricted free agent this year. Probably needs to go at this point. So the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to go out here. They're going to have to go out here and really evaluate who needs to be here. Because they're going to have to overhaul this defense in the offseason one way or the other. So I need them to treat these last 3 games in a strictly evaluation process. Man. See, you keep bringing up the quarterback and the offense. Like, what more do you want from them? There have been games where they played bad, but they've showed up in more games than not. You can't tell me that 31 points at the crib is not enough to win a football game. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that they've not shown up in all these games. Now, your rushing offense has been non-existent. I'll give you that. Your running backs have combined for under 70 yards the last 4 playoff losses. So I'll give you that. But you came in talking about drafting a quarterback. Your quarterback ain't played bad all these damn games. Now, we could talk about not having a semblance of a run game these last 4 playoff losses. We could talk about that. But I'm not finna have a conversation about a quarterback. He said, salute to all y'all in there, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that share button on the way in. Y'all make sure that y'all slap the shit out of an Eagles fan on the way in. Salute to y'all, man. Yeah, 2.3 rushing yards average. Matter of fact, I might have this graphic in this motherfucker. Hold on, y'all bear with me. I might have the running back stats in this bitch for the last 4 playoff losses. Y'all bear with me. We call this building the plane while it's in the air. When we got to make these adjustments to the show. Let's see. I might have that. I mean, is a team that is giving up 29 points a game supposed to make the playoffs? There's not an offense in the world that can overcome that. So that's the part that we have this disconnect. Like, what is the offense supposed to do? Score 50 points? They supposed to score 50 points every outing because the defense is ass. I just don't think that is realistic. Yeah, I just don't believe that is realistic to ask the offense to score 40 points because your defense want to give up 39. Like, we have standards, and there's been a game or two where the offense ain't performed. But for us to put the weight of the world on the offense and not talk about the defense at all. Like, every time, like, listen, think about how crazy this shit sound. Every time we try to hold the defense accountable, y'all bring the offense up. The offense that is scoring down at 30 points a game, y'all are bringing to these conversations when your defense is one of the worst in the league. Hold on. I'm trying to get this shit to load in. It's acting real bougie with me. So y'all bear with me. Because I found the graphic where it's showing like the running back stats. I'm just trying to get it to load in. Okay, cool. Shit, there it go. Took a minute. Took a motherfucking minute, but we in it. Took a minute, but we in this hole. Yeah, that ain't how it work, football. 101, DC for life. It just ain't how that works. Again, you cannot win or lose a game in the fourth quarter. Also, the defense has given up ass on how many opening drives? How many times had the defense went onto the field first and given up touchdowns? Like, we can't just make up these weird ass scenarios when we have actual proof of other shit going on. Y'all blame slow starts and shit like that on why we lose games, but you never blame the defense giving up late leads and shit. You never like how many times had the offense cut it to 3 or given this motherfucking defense a fourth quarter lead and they squandered the shit. When the offense made it a 30-27 game in Detroit, what did the defense do? They gave up 2 more fucking touchdowns. Again, you can't win a game in the first 3 quarters. But if we want to talk offense, this is one of the aspects of the offense that ain't showed up at all. Your rushing attack in these last 4 playoff losses, 20 attempts for 47 yards and 1 touchdown, which was Dak Prescott actually. Dak scored the 1 rushing touchdown in that game. 16 rushing attempts, 45 rushing yards. 16 rushing attempts, 48. 17 rushing attempts, 67 yards and a touchdown. In your last 4 playoff games, the Dallas Cowboys have ran the ball 69 times, 207 yards, 3 rushing yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns. 17. Like, man, they fucking ass. You have a one-dimensional offense. So maybe that's why y'all feel that way. And when it gets to the postseason, it's Dak Prescott or bust. So maybe that's why y'all niggas feel Dak and them don't do enough. Because it's all on Dak and the receivers. Your running game ain't gave you shit. Running backs ain't gave you a goddamn thing. The running backs ain't did shit in postseason but collect a motherfucking check. Sure it wasn't. Salute the PJ 3720. Love the content and information. Keep grinding and shining, man. All right, cool. Which games was the offense? Was on the offense? Matter of fact, which games did we lose this year where the defense played good? Football 101. Since all the losses were not on the defense, name the game the defense played well and we lost this season. This season, tell me, which game did the defense play well and we lost? That's all I want to know. Which games are you calling a good defensive performance and we lost? Surely not the Rico Dow game. You might be able to say the first game out the gate with the Eagles and CeeDee Lamb had 50-11 drops. That might be one. I might give you that one. Outside of that one particular game, which game was it? I mean, you talk about games where the defense gave up 30 and 28 points. All right, bro. You see what I'm saying? The offense has to score 30 plus points in all these wins. And the defense can give up ass all they want, and it's still on the offense. Your mind is made up, bro. You're not here to actually argue in good faith. You're good. Don't worry about it. You up here telling me a game where the defense got 30 ball, they did enough. All right, bro. You got it. Them niggas get 30 ball all they want. He gonna protect them with his life. It's all good, man. He ain't trolling. He just uneducated. Don't worry about it. He believe that shit in his heart. I don't think the nigga trolling. I think the nigga really believe that bullshit. So don't worry about it. That's the type of shit I be talking about. No culpability for the defense. It's all the offense. Everything in the world is the offense fault. The economy, everything. It's Gucci. Yeah, hit that like and hit the share, man. But yeah, back to what we're talking about with the postseason rushing attack. It don't exist. You've got next to nothing from your running backs in the playoffs. 17 attempts per game, 51.7 rushing yards per game. From your running backs as a whole. Not just one running back. Not just one running back. Not just one. See, I said the defense and offense needs fixing. No, what you need to understand is your offense is not going to score 30 points every game. It just ain't going to happen. You should have the ability to win a game 24-20. You should have the ability to win a game 20-17. The problem is you just fucking can't do it. It's not in you. It's not possible. The Dallas Cowboys have not won a game where they haven't scored 20 points going on 7 years. The Eagles have won 2 games this season alone where they didn't score 20 points. So again, I understand what you're saying. But your offense is not going to score 30 points every game. Sometimes you have to win a game 20-17. Sometimes you have to win a game 24-17 or 24-20. It's just your Dallas Cowboys can't do the shit. That's what a disconnect is. You don't need 30 every time out. You might not have it that game. 24-20, you should still be able to win some games. I'm not asking you to win every game like that. When you got to win every game like that, that's an issue. But damn, I can't get one off game from my offense. My offense can't have one off game. They gotta go out every game, 17 games out, and be sensational. All right. I just don't think that's realistic. Just don't think that's possible. Plausible. I just don't think it's feasible. So you have one game where you can blame the offense then. Even if we gave it to you. Even if we gave that to you. We played double-digit games. You can name maybe 2 motherfucking games the offense ain't showed up. Because I ain't giving your ass the Panthers. You smoking Sherm with the Panthers game. They scored 27 points on the road, bro. With no CeeDee Lamb. I ain't giving you the Panthers game. I'll give you the Eagles game. And I might, in good faith, give you the Arizona game. So every other loss is on the defense then, right? If we going by that? If we going by that, every other loss is on the defense, right? Yeah, we done played 14 games, and 2 might be on the offense for not winning. Maybe 2 of them bitches. So the defense is directly responsible for 5 losses. If we're giving them 2, the defense is directly responsible for 5 losses. Y'all only look at complementary football from the offensive side of the ball. How is the defense complementing the offense by giving up points? Time and time again, how is the defense complementing the offense? Y'all talk about complementary football and excuse the defense for complementing the offense. Y'all don't have these conversations in good faith. I feel like you niggas got agendas with the shit. Because I don't think you niggas are being honest. I just don't. What has the defense done to complement the offense? Let's talk about complementary football. What has the defense done to complement the offense? Because giving up 29 points a game is not complementing the offense. It just fucking ain't. So what has the defense done to complement the offense? Since we're talking about complementary football. Because I feel like y'all view that through this one lens. You want the offense to complement the defense, but you don't want the defense to complement the offense. What has the defense done to complement the offense? Besides get their ass whooped. That's not complementary football, dog. It just ain't. Giving the defense leads is complementary football. Controlling time possession is complementary football. A lot, because you wouldn't win a fucking game this year without the offense. The defense gave up multiple fourth quarter leads in the Giants game alone. Offense put them up multiple times in the fourth quarter, and they still allowed two one-play touchdowns and shit. So that's one for sure. They got one play. They got that one interception. When the offense had them up 23-17 on a fourth down, all the defense had to do was get one stop. Did they do it? No. It was 23-16 to 17, sorry, late in the game, 4th and 3. Did the defense get a stop? I mean, we only got 6 wins, nigga. We're 6-7-1. So probably like 4 of them bitches. Probably like 4. So the one and the one interception, by the way, they don't get many interceptions at all. So let's start there. So if turnovers equate to complementary football, and they don't ever get fucking turnovers, or they really a complementary team defense to this offense? Probably not, because they don't get stops either. So tell me, did the defense complement the offense when the offense gave them a 23 to 17 lead, and it was a 4th and 3? Did the defense complement the offense by getting the stop? No, they gave up. They gave up ass. So what are we talking about? I need y'all to understand this is a two-way street. The offense scored 40 points on one of the best defenses. Thank you, C. Burleson. The offense scored 40 points on one of the best defenses in the league. And you could not win that game and had to settle for a tie because your defense couldn't get one fucking stop. Let's be for fucking real. Why are we having these conversations? Your defense is so bad, it got you second guessing one of the best units in the league. Your defense is so bad, your offense had to change the way they play, they call plays. It can't just punt the ball away and play field position. Right? Because it's going to lead to a long, methodical drive. We know the defense ain't going to make a stop. Your defense is so bad, it affects the way the offense even got to call plays. So I need y'all to have these arguments in good faith. Giving up 34 points to the worst quarterback in the league ain't complementary football either. I need y'all to hear yourself talk. Maybe you should say this shit out loud. Hey, it's okay. The offense kicked 6 field goals. That's enough of an excuse for us to give up 34 points to the worst quarterback in the league. Y'all excuse this defense from everything. Them niggas might be y'all family at this point. Listen, if y'all are related to K9 and shit, just let me know. Because y'all ain't having these conversations in good faith. You niggas just ain't. But I got football to watch. I love all you niggas, even if I don't agree with you niggas. I love all y'all. But I ain't ever gonna agree with that bullshit. That's baby back bullshit. I'm gonna hold all these hoe ass niggas accountable. And I do not feel like we need to put more blame on the offense than the defense. If we are divvying out blame, the damn defense get about 90% of that bitch. If I'm in a good mood, I might get them bitches 80% of the blame. But I ain't finna do that shit. Your defense don't ever do shit right. Them niggas they hardly get turnovers. The one time they get a turnover, see, they play complimentary football. No, the fuck they don't. You can lie to yourself, nigga. Don't lie to me. I love all y'all. I gotta go get my goddamn parlay in. God bless America. On the way out, hit that motherfucking Cash App. Hit that motherfucking super chat. Hit the share button. Hit the sub button. And I will see y'all niggas next time, man. Peace. God bless. Fuck the Eagles. And we is out. The defense gave up. Yeah, but they also won multiple games this year where they didn't even allow 20 points to happen. The last 3 games, the Seahawks defense was allowing 8 points a game. Try better.